Hi there, it's Michael from Fujifilm. This is the new Fujifilm EF-60 wireless TTL flash head. This is the Fujifilm EF-W1 wireless TTL flash controller. Now, one of the first things that I found about this unit that really impressed me was its size. Here it is, I can put it in one hand. You can see how small it is. But yet it has a guide number of 60 when it's zoomed all the way out, and that's really pretty potent. What I also like is that the head itself will rotate a full 360 degrees, and it will also go up and down 90. So this gives you lots of configurations that you can put it in, and it comes with its own little flat foot stand to be able to put it on remote places and mount it onto a light stand as well. I'll show you that outside in a little bit. Now, the other thing that I really like is that it has a really nice multicolor LCD panel that's pretty bright. So when you have it on manual power, when you dial the settings up and down, and it will go all the way down to 1/256th of full power, with the multiple colors, it's very easy to see what it's doing. So it does have manual operation, has auto operation, which means the strobe itself uses a sensor to determine how much light to put on the subject, and then it has full TTL operation, so when you put it on an X series camera or a GFX camera, you have TTL control with all of our lenses for all the different kind of functions and stuff that you can operate through the menu as well. However, the thing that I find the most fun is working with the EF-W1 wireless controller. You can have multiple light heads in a room or outside and control each of them in independent fashion. So you can really tailor things without having to have big expensive pack systems. The system runs on 3 different groups, A, B, and C. And in each group has 8 channels. So what's good about 8 frequencies, channels, is that you can have several photographers, say, working at events or like a wedding, and you won't be interfering with each other. So let's go outside and see how this works. So as you can see, I have an X-T30 camera on a tripod with a wireless commander on the top. And I've chosen the X-T30 in particular to prove to you that these functions don't require one of the top-end cameras, okay? Now, off to the left of the camera, you can see on a light stand I have an EF-60 flash head, and that is set to the A channel, and it's communicating to the commander. Now, I have the Fujifilm camera remote app running on my phone, and I'm talking wirelessly to the camera. So I can take some pictures from here, and I can also change my shutter speed, f-stop, and white balance, and things like that. So let's take a couple of shots, and I'll show you what it looks like. So that was just one light, and it was basically set to give me completely normal exposure, and you can see the background. Well, what if we add a second EF-60 flash? I'm going to turn it on. This one is set to channel B. And the reason I did that was because I dialed down the power a little bit on this one so it wouldn't be exactly as strong as the main light. So let's take a couple of fun pictures with 2 flashes. So I'll line myself up here with the camera remote, and let's try this. And let's try this. How about a backlight? Okay, so I'm in a slightly different spot, and I've come out at a different time of day. As you can see, it's the same setup with the X-T30 and the wireless commander and an EF-60 flash here on a stand off to the side, because I want to show you one of the advantages of having a wireless TTL system, especially when you have bright ambient conditions. So first, let's take a shot with the normal sync speed of 1/250th of a second. I'll show you what I mean. With a TTL system, the camera shutter and the flash head can actually talk to each other as the shutter moves across the focal plane. And this allows the flash head to synchronize its light to the movement of the shutter, enabling something called high-speed sync. To do that, I need to go to the camera menu and put it in what's called FP sync mode, which is focal plane. and that will allow the flash to go at a much higher shutter speed, like a 500th of a second, 1,000th, 2,000th of a second, and that enables us to control the background illumination. Yeah, so you see how changing the shutter speed affects the light level of the ambient environment without having anything to do with the flash output. That's because the flash is such a short duration that the shutter speed is basically irrelevant. So the EF-60, the EF-W1 go on sale at the end of August at your favorite camera dealer. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.